Hey guys, the Explorer 4 here, the Horror Boy. Welcome back to some more reviews, and welcome to my review on Willy's Wonderland. Now, this is a movie that, my friend let me borrow the Blu-ray. He said check it out and give it a review. So I figured, why not? I check it out and review the movie. Um, this is a movie that I've been hearing about for a while. I remember hearing about this movie maybe 2 years ago. I heard about this movie. And I was really interested in it because you have Nicolas Cage starring in a horror film. He's been doing that a lot lately. I mean, I really enjoyed Mom and Dad. I really, really love Color Out of Space. And I really, really love this movie. So he's been picking good horror movies to be in lately. But, that really interested me. I like the idea of this kind of silent loner character in this badass car, going to this town. Very basic plot line, bare bones. I like how it's got this kind of 80s horror feel to it. Very simple plot. And I love the idea of it being about animatronics and him being in this place and cleaning it up and have to survive the night in order to get his car back. Very, very basic, simple plot. I really, really enjoyed that. I enjoyed how this is basically a precursor to maybe one day in the future we could get a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Because, ever since those games came out, everybody's been wondering if we're going to get a movie. And this is about as close to a Five Nights at Freddy's movie that you're going to get. And I think it's a really well-made movie. I mean, to get into the plot, like I said, if I will say spoiler alert, because it is not that new. But I will say this, spoiler alert, because I want everybody to go out there and check this movie out and definitely watch it and definitely experience it. It's a very fun time. So if you haven't seen it, I will be spoiling it in this review. But I only warn you because I like the movie a lot and I want you guys to go out and experience it. But the plot, Nicolas Cage is this guy who's driving through town, like a small town. His tires get basically popped by these spikes in the road. And this guy offers to help fix his car, but only if he can clean up Willy's Wonderland, which is this place that's been closed down for years because of a lot of accidents that have been happening there. And it basically having a bad history to it. And the guy that offers him this deal says if you can clean it and survive the night and get through it, then I'll give you your car back in the morning. He doesn't say survive the night, but he just says, get through the night, clean the place up, give you the car back in the morning, you'll be able to be on your way. And as Nicolas Cage is in there, he begins to learn that these animatronics are alive, and they start moving. And it becomes Nicolas Cage versus these freaking animatronics. And to get into more detail in the plot, I really loved this movie and how they made Nicolas Cage's character a total badass. I mean, this guy's got so many cool fights against these animatronics. And he's just taking them and ripping their jaws open and taking one and curb stomping it, ripping spines out of these damn things. I mean, they made Nicolas Cage an absolute badass in this movie. And I didn't know it was going to be going in that route where he's a total badass. They tease it a little bit in the commercials and everything like that. But honestly, I thought okay, he'll be a badass, good lead, but he'll also be dealing with these things and struggling to deal with them. No, this dude's a complete awesome badass. He's just taking these things apart piece by piece. You also kind of have this subplot of these kids going to go there and burn it down, but they got to get them out of there first, and they go in. Kind of just there for body count reasons. The other chick, the lead chick of the movie, I thought she did a pretty decent job, for what she did. Pretty decent. But they were just there for body count, and you get some decent bloody kills. For the most part, this is practical stuff. I mean, practical gore, practical effects, even down to the costumes of these different animatronics. They're all, practical costumes. So I can really appreciate that. And to get into some of the things that I really enjoy about this movie, like I said, Nicolas Cage has no dialogue. He has not one single line in this movie. But I love this character. His character is kind of this anti-hero where he's not totally a good guy, but he, in the end, helps this girl out. He's just trying to do his job, basically. And He's drinking these sodas, and he's playing the pinball machine, and he's just having fun. You can tell Nicolas Cage had a blast playing this character. Um, just an absolutely phenomenal performance by Nicolas Cage in this movie. Very, very fun performance. Very, very fun character. And I really enjoyed the atmosphere of it, the set design, which is something that you really don't hear about in horror films that much anymore, is set design and good-looking sets. Honestly, because a lot of them use green screen and stuff like that nowadays. But this movie had some good-looking sets and good lighting and good camera work, some well-done direction. Has a good look to the movie. It's well shot. Very, very well shot. Good score. Good music. Some very catchy themes. Some good music. Really, really enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the idea of these animatronics coming to life and trying to kill Nicolas Cage, and I like the way they're all designed. You got a lot of blood. You got a lot of gore. I like that. So it's very bloody, very gory. Not gore everywhere, but you got some pretty good, decent gore effects and bloody scenes. Practical effects are really well done, and I do think the movie is just fast-paced roller coaster ride. It's a fun movie, has an 80s feel to it. It's one of those movies that's for entertainment. Like, it's there to entertain you, and I really appreciate that. It's not this deep movie trying to be super realistic, trying to be this super down-to-earth film. It knows what it is. It's a movie where Nicolas Cage is killing animatronics in this abandoned place, and the backstory is these killers did a satanic ritual, put their souls into these animatronics, some very out there stuff, and how the town did a deal with Willy and the rest of the animatronics that as long as they sacrifice people to these animatronics, so these basically won't go out and kill people in the town. And that's kind of the mutual deal they have between each other, between Willy and the town, and basically the abandoned building and the town. And so that's why Nicolas Cage got brought there. He's kind of the sacrifice. He's not really there to get his car back. He's just there to be a sacrifice. And it's just, you could tell it's meant to be a fun movie. It's meant to be a movie about entertaining you. It's meant to be a fun blast, roller coaster ride. And it is. It's out there. It's really wacky. It's like an 80s horror film. I just keep mentioning that because it reminds me of an 80s horror film. It's a fun movie. It's very, very fast paced. I think it has a great cast to it as far as the two leads of the movie. The lead chick did a good job. Nicolas Cage did a good job. Yeah, overall, some really badass stuff. Some good fight scenes and stunt sequences. I love how the movie ends and how it actually ends on a good note and doesn't end on a downer note. Because so many horror films nowadays have to end on a downer note, which I never understood that. Like, why can't we have movies like this where just a very basic, boom, it's over, it's done. Nicolas Cage gets his car back. And I love the look on that guy's face when he gets the keys from him. That guy's just like, oh my god. That look on his face. There's some awesome scenes. Like the scene where this one animatronic is messing with him and it cuts his cheek and he looks back and he has this like sadistic smile. And the creature just goes like, oh shit, man. Like, holy crap. That was a fun scene. All the scenes involving him tearing these things to pieces with his bare hands. Just fun stuff, man. Very, very well-made movie. Definitely am so glad I checked this movie out, finally. So, a big thanks to my friend who let me borrow this and check it out. I hope you're watching out there. Yeah, thank you, man. This is a very, very entertaining film. Very, very well-made movie. Nicolas Cage is awesome, and it's a blast, man. It's an absolute blast. Yeah, that's basically it. It's got good effects. It's got good music. It's well shot. If I had any complaints at all, I will say little things here and there, like maybe sometimes the plot does have moments where it's like really over the top. Like, I can deal with over the top, but there's times where it's like cringingly over the top. And those scenes I thought were a little bit cringe. Not bad, just like, okay, they went a little bit too far than the fantasy kind of part of it, where I was like, I don't know if that really works. A lot of lens flares, and I don't know why that is, because like, especially towards the end of the movie, it's like the first half, there's no lens flares, or there's very little of them, but by the end, there's just lens flares everywhere. I thought that was really distracting. But those are only the two things that stick out to me. Maybe some bad CGI here and there. There is a couple shots of really bad CGI, but those are just some minor complaints. Overall, I'm gonna give this movie definitely an 8 out of 10. Just like Colorado Space, just an 8 out of 10. Very, very solid movie. But yeah, if you guys have seen this movie, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on this film in the comments below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was okay? Definitely let me know in the comments below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching my quick review on Willy's Wonderland. Very, very solid movie. 8 out of 10 for me. I had a blast watching it. Very, very fun movie. But anyways, going to be it for this review. Willy's Wonderland, great movie. Fun stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, that's it. The Explorer 4 is out of here. I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Peace. I didn't press pause yet. Delaying the ending of the video. Peace!